If you have dozens or even hundreds of leads or low ticket buyers every time you launch, and only about 10% of them buy your signature offer, and you're sitting there wondering what you're supposed to do with the 90% who didn't buy, this episode is for you, because this is a moment I see all the time with business owners. I actually have friends, peers, clients asking me about this all the time because they have dozens or hundreds of people buying from them when they're doing a live launch. But then what happens to those leads? And they're like, I'm just going to send them towards the newsletter. No. You have people downloading your freebies, people joining your masterclasses, your paid offer, but most of them are going to buy your low ticket offer, it is normal. This is the entry of your world, and perhaps they didn't know much about you. So from the outside, it looks like it's working and people are seeing that you're having so many clients, but what you are saying is that your income could be way higher. And the thing is that yes, your audience is growing, your email list is growing. That's amazing. You're getting people inside your world. But when it comes to your signature program, you don't have all of them upgrading into it. And that's because they kind of have one chance. So they have this one chance during the live launch that you are doing. You're going to offer them to join your signature program for this limited time with this bonus and so on. And then suddenly they say yes or no during those 72 hours or even this week long. But then what happens to the 90% who did not say yes? And so suddenly you're sitting there with dozens or hundreds of people who already raised their hands. Okay. They already said yes to you in some way, but they're not moving forward. And so the question becomes, what do you do with the 70, 90% rather who didn't buy? And most people here, they solve this problem the wrong way. They assume that the issue is going to be those people. Those people were not the perfect buyer, or those people were not ready. But there are so many reasons someone did not buy. And so it's not about just being more visible, having more leads and doing it again. It's really about optimizing the leads that you already have and using the system that you already have built, even if your vehicle was a launch. How can you funnel those people into different things here? And the answer is not to create a better live conversion event or to launch again, because if not, you are never reusing the assets that you have already built. So what happens is that a lot of my clients or past clients, what they're doing is that instead of looking at how to optimize already their sales system, so launching is a sales system, okay, it's a front end sales system. Instead of like optimizing things, they're going to create something else, create another live launch, create another masterclass, create another low ticket offer, launch again, do another challenge, a free training. And every single time that they do that, they're going to bring more people into their world, but they're going to have the same problem, which is that nothing in their business was designed to move people through the ecosystem of offers. So they have a lead magnet, they have low ticket offers, they have a signature program, they even have high ticket offers, but they exist separately. And even if they connect quite together, like the topics connect, like it's not completely out of this world. The thing is, like, the pathway that have been created to sell it is way too unique. It's not something that is repeatable, and it's not something that is going to serve people at different level in their customer journey and also at different level of readiness for this offer. And there was never a moment where someone actually sat down and designed the pathway between all of those offers instead of just launching. So what happens? Someone downloads the freebie, they consume it, maybe they come into the low ticket offer, maybe some of them are going to go to the signature program, and then what? They join your email list. But nothing clearly shows them the next step. Or someone may be straight away buying your $27 offer or your $97 offer, and they go through the material and then they get what they want, they get the value and they love it. But again, nothing clearly is going to help them take this next step. The people who are very much ready are going to take it. And that's 3% of the people in your community, in your audience, by the way, who are really ready to take the thing right now. But like the 97% are not. And so they just leave. And this is not because they're not interested, but it's because this was not the right time or the exact format or date for them. And if you had actually something else to offer them, that would be a complete different story for them and also for your bank account. And this is not because your offer isn't good, obviously, but it's just because of the steps in between. And this is really the difference between having offers and having a real sales funnel. And most people think a funnel is just a passive thing, by the way, and then you have launches and you have to be super advanced to do funnel. So you have to do X, Y, and Z. But the truth is that having a sales funnel, having a sales system may actually means that you have a launch that then direct them into a funnel if they don't buy. There are so many ways of creating a six-figure funnel, meaning like a sales system that is going to generate six figures, even on things that you are not promoting, live launching. So yes, you create a lead magnet. Yes, you write a few emails and people tend to come into the offer and that generates some sales. But if the goal is to create predictable revenue, if the goal is to turn your low ticket buyers into high ticket buyers, then a funnel has to do something very different. A funnel has to move people through your ecosystem. And that movement for people that are going to move up the ladder needs to be very intentional. And when clients, they come to me, they almost always already have offers. They already have maybe a freebie, not everyone, but a freebie or a micro offer. They have low ticket products. They already have a signature program. Sometimes they even already have a funnel. But when we actually sit down and we look at the structure of that funnel, what we realize very, very quickly is that it was only designed to do one thing, which is make a low ticket sale. And it was never designed to really create long-term revenue movement, so up the ladder. So people come in, they buy the $27 offer, and then really nothing happens. Or they come into a free masterclass, and then a few of them will come, and then that's it. But there is no clear next step. There is also no predictable way to have people coming in every month without live launching. There is no structured pathway that is going to lead them towards the signature program on repeat, whatever you're doing. And this is where the opportunity becomes very interesting because the audience is never the problem. The problem is not the audience. The demand is not the problem here. The problem is the structure of what is happening after the initial sale, let's say after your live launch. I've seen businesses where the funnel they had in place was projected to generate about 30K in revenue when we calculated all of the things. And when we changed the structure and we didn't change the audience, we didn't even change the amount of traffic they were having or the niche or anything, we did suddenly add 100K in revenue. Easily, I would say 100, 150K. And we simply redesigned how people move through the offers. And suddenly that became a funnel that generates multi six figures with the same people. It's just a very different structure. I've also seen situations where someone had a low ticket offer that was selling pretty consistently. They were having people from their Instagram, from their TikTok, constantly coming into their low ticket offer, but almost nobody was upgrading down the line. Meaning, when I say almost no people, is like 5%. So 5 people were coming into the signature offer, let's say on 100 people who were signing up to the low ticket offer. And that's not a lot. 3 or 4 people who are going to buy your signature offer over several months, no. So we redesigned this funnel, okay, this funnel that I'm talking about, and we adjusted all of the delivery of the emails. We really looked at, we didn't change what was the low ticket offer. We didn't change what was the signature program. We changed the pathway in this one inside, and there was no live launch in this one. And within a couple of weeks, 7 people upgraded into her signature program, which is like $1,500 program. Nothing about the audience changed. Okay, what changed is the pathway. And this is the part that I think a lot of people misunderstand about funnels is a funnel is not just about selling your entry level offer. A real funnel sells your entire ecosystem. It shows someone how to move from one level of transformation to the next, to the next, to the next, and from just discovering you and starting to work with you to buying maybe something small, and then to becoming a client forever inside all of those other offers. And when that pathway is designed, and designed correctly, something is going to happen in your business is that you are not the one creating the sale. So your low ticket offer can now generate signature program offers. You are not, and you have already created all of those assets. And your business stops relying entirely on live launches and entirely on you showing up. So yeah, you may be still showing up on your social media and posting content, and this content is going to lead people towards your other low ticket offers, but people are going to have a pathway to be upgraded right away. And this is going to start moving those people automatically. So yes, someone download your freebie or come into your low ticket offer, they discover what you do, and then they get results and they upgrade. And the funnel shows them exactly what their next step is. This is really the difference between having such a collection of offers and having an actual pathway that is going to sell all of your offers. And once you start seeing your business this way, you're going to realize something is that most businesses already have the ingredients for their next six figures. They already have the audience. They already have the offers. They already have people raising their hands and saying, yes, yes, yes. What they're missing is really the structure that is going to connect all those pieces together. And some of my clients who come to me already have funnels, and it's still not the structure that is going to upgrade their business. And that's exactly why I created the workshop I'm hosting in just a couple of weeks. It's called Map Your Six Figure Funnel in 2 hours. So you can guess that what we're going to do is that in 3 hours, we are going to map your funnel together. We're going to brainstorm absolutely every single element of your funnel together, from the entry offer, the upsells, the downsells, the bump offers, the tripwires, the pricing, the emails, everything. Because most people, they don't need to launch again. Okay, they don't need also another funnel template because you don't have all the same offers. Templates are not going to work for you. Okay. What you need is to actually sit down, actually map your revenue pathway inside your business and how people are going to upgrade from one offer to the other. And so inside this workshop, we're going to look at where your leads are coming from, exactly what is their level of readiness. How can we help them make a decision? What are the different touch points that you will need? How can you mimic your live energy in your funnel? We're going to work through all of this and how can you really connect your offers together. And so here we'll see also when someone is not buying, then what do we offer? How long is this email sequence? What do we put inside? How do we design this funnel, not just to generate leads, but actually move buyer into your signature program? So if you are someone who already has an audience, you already have offers, you already have people coming into your world, but you are looking at your business wondering why those people aren't naturally upgrading or why not more of them are naturally upgrading and what to do with the 90% of people who didn't buy during your live launch, then this workshop is going to be extremely valuable for you, because what I'm going to teach you is what I only teach to my clients inside my mastermind and one-to-one. This is the first time that I'm going to teach it this way in a workshop. My workshops are always very, very practical. So we're going to sit down and we're going to do the work. So you don't have to do it after that. And chances are right now that your next six figures are not hiding in you showing up more on social media, but they're hiding in taking care of the people who are already here. You can find a link to the workshop in the show notes. And if this episode resonated with you, I think you're going to absolutely love what we're doing inside this 2-hour workshop. I will see you there.